so happy to have you here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. For me, it's also nice to be and meet and connect with you.
Yes, yes, to finally meet us. It's the first time, so I love that. It's amazing. And since you are being referred, no, by G, right?
Mhm.
So I know we will connect heart to heart for sure.
This is great. It's so authentic and spontaneous, and it's interesting not knowing each other, just knowing one mutual contact, and having this faith, like okay, we just see whatever it brings, and we just let it flow. So thank
Yes.
you for for inviting me. Really, I'm very grateful, Janet.
No, no, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Plus, I've been just now looking a little bit into your profile, and I don't conduct questions. I don't do interviews or so. But one thing I saw that I loved is that you love swimming also, and you're
Yes.
a world traveler. You have lived in many places, huh?
That's true. This is so first of all, concerning the swimming, this is what
Mm-hmm.
I really like. It's just the water that
Mm-hmm.
gives me full energy. It gives me a feeling of freedom as well. So
Yes.
this is where I can 100% relax. And we live now in the south of France. We're
Uh-huh.
originally from Belgium, and we have a
Mm.
beautiful lake nearby. So it's like a 50 minutes drive.
Oh, wow.
It's 100% natural. And this is for me, my biggest joy is in summertime, just swimming there. And it's not so known yet. And the water is so warm and soft. And so anyway, this is the swimming part.
I love that.
To come back to the travel part,
Mm.
it's also related with what we've done here, and the purpose why we came here is I don't know if you read that, but a long time
No,
ago, more
no.
than 20 years ago, we came from Belgium working in
Mm-hmm.
the corporate world. We met each other, my husband and I.
Mm-hmm.
At a certain time, we felt like, okay, is this what we really, really want? Knowing that there was financial security, there was a lot of positive things going on, a future and things like that. But the real meaning and passion was like, is this what we really want? And this is why we decided to come here all the way to the south of
Mm-hmm.
France,
Mm-hmm.
start a B&B.
Mm-hmm.
And to come back to the traveling, the B&B, the name of the B&B, you will know it in Spanish. It was Alegría, which is
Mm-hmm.
joy of life.
Okay.
And we not only wanted to inspire others with our joy of life and bring them a little bit of joy in day-to-day little things, but we also love the idea of traveling through the stories of our
Mm-hmm.
lives. So
Mm-hmm.
for more than 20 years, we have been traveling ourselves, but we have a great amount of time been traveling through the stories.
How
Right.
beautiful. Yes. Through the relationships, no, with them, through their stories, they're opening up and sharing with you from where they come and all the what they bring along.
Completely. And
Mm-hmm.
it's so interesting. We've met so many different people, all kinds of nationalities, cultures, and everybody has their own story.
Yeah. Oh,
And everybody is at a certain place at a certain time. And it's so beautiful to hear people tell their stories.
mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's not really physical traveling, but
No.
it's part of traveling that we really, my husband and I, appreciate it so much because it brings so much value and energy. If you see that the people in front of you, if they really are true and authentic, it's like, yeah, it's like you know them, even though you just met them literally. But anyway, so
No,
this was
I can relate to that. It's for them opening up. When they open up, you just become part of their world. So you are with them in the traveling, let's say, because you are there with them from wherever they come. That's beautiful. Yes. Yeah, and I imagine you're not far away from here, from Barcelona. So one day I can,
And meet in life.
yeah, meet in real, not
It's
virtual.
only 6 hours, so we've been there a couple of times. I love Barcelona.
Mm,
It's really beautiful, Barcelona.
yes, yes. No, 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 no. It's yeah. I travel once in a while, also to the south of France. So yeah, and I love to drive. So one day it will be nice. Mm. So amazing. I love that. I love that. And so you're originally from Belgium, and you decided to come to the south of France and open there a
But
place.
we did
Mm-hmm.
lots of different things, but it's true. So my husband and I, we're both
Mm-hmm.
from Belgium. And when we decided it's more than 20 years ago to come here, of course, it was first for this first dream, because in the meanwhile, we have had 4 different businesses already that we've
Yeah, it
created here.
happens. Yeah, nice.
And, but the original thing was really, we love the nature. We love, of course, the sun, which was not so available in Belgium. So that was another thing, but especially the nature and having our own project. And this
Mm-hmm.
was our dream. So when we started more than 20 years ago with the B&B and created this hidden gem where we really, really wanted that people enjoyed this joy of life, this is why
Yeah.
the name so Alegria.
Yes.
We didn't know how long we were going to do it. It was just like, okay, we feel we should do it. We really followed literally whatever our heart was telling us. And some of the people in the corporate world were saying, like, are you sure? Is this a good ambition, next ambition step? We're like, we just feel we should do it and it feels right. So
Mm-hmm.
we found our house in 3 days, which was
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's so
crazy.
beautiful. Synchronicities when it is,
We
it is.
really felt like this is it. And
Yeah.
we were driving here. We already had the name. We knew it
Mm-hmm.
was going to, the name was Alegria. We were having all these stories during 12 hours of driving in the
Yeah.
car. And then we found it and we said, this is it. Anyway, having done this for, in total, we did it for 20 years, which
Mm-hmm.
we didn't know if at the start, we just say, we're just going to start. And as long as we love it, we
Yeah.
keep doing it. And then after 10 years, we decided to add a second company, again with the name Alegria, Alegria Boutique. And it was
Mm-hmm.
an art boutique that we combined with
Mm-hmm.
the B&B. And the nice part there was as well, it was art, it was jewelry, decoration, local products, but everything was handmade.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was unique. And the idea was there, if people bought something, it was also the joy of giving to themselves or the joy of
Mm-hmm.
giving as a gift to someone else. And this joy of life just continued. And then the third company that was bridging joy of life with joy of living.
Mm-hmm.
And then we created, it's like 4 years ago now, Alegria Real Estate, where
Mm-hmm. Wow.
people to find their dream house, because we knew how sometimes challenging it can be if you go to another country, you don't know the rules, you don't know the laws and things like that. So this was the third thing. And then the last thing, because I must say, if we talk about alignment, I loved the B&B and the boutique. But then after 20 years, we celebrated the 20th anniversary. It's 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we went all the way with real estate, but I felt my energy was not 100% aligned.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I love houses, I love decoration, I love helping people, but I just felt like, and that's okay. It's okay to say, like, I did it, I tried it. And my husband, he's really great at it. And so he does it a lot of the time. It's 80% of his time. But I just felt there is something else in life that will be more suited for me as my new chapter, if I can call it like that. And 4 days after we just closed our B&B officially, there was like a personal development program that came on my path. It was so beautiful. It was a life book. I don't know if you know it, but it's just simple. The idea is like having a 12 category smart life and knowing that if you want to realize something and if it's all aligned, You can. And some people think, okay, if I have the career that I like and maybe a partner or some kids that I like, then I'm already happy and I should stop there. But in this program, they just say like, if you are aligned and you feel exactly what is important to you, you can just have it all. You just have to focus on the right things that are important for you. So, whatever it's your career, your finance, your spiritual life, your emotional life, your parenting life, your love relationship, there are different categories, but you can really focus on all of them little by little by little. So this it kept my attention and I went all the way through. So I did more than 1 year of studying.
Mm-hmm.
From that, I went to coaching, life coaching. I get certified. And this is where it all came together. And that's the fourth company, which is Alligator Coaching. And this is the last one. But this feels so aligned because what I do now is and this is so beautiful. With all this joy of life of Alegria during all these years, we always kept keeping this word Alegria because it brings us joy.
Mm-hmm.
And so today I help more driven businesswomen, whatever, if they're
Mm-hmm.
working in the corporate world or as an entrepreneur, who value really success, whatever they're doing, but they're feeling like stressed, overwhelmed because they're juggling so many multiple roles. And I help them create balance, joy, and happiness in their lives while they can drive their careers. And this is why I say, like, I know what I'm going to do now. I am not a life coach, but a joy of life coach.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I do now with my clients internationally. And I'm so happy because I missed a little bit when we stopped with Alegria. I missed all the contacts in real life, all the people coming to
Yeah.
us. But thanks to the Joy of Life coaching, I have these international contacts again. Now it's like we have here, it's through Zoom because I live in a very small little village here. But it's so beautiful that the things that we created from our heart for more than 2 decades,
Mm-hmm.
to give it forward and help people saying, like, if you follow really your heart, because it starts there, you follow your heart,
Yes.
you listen, you close your eyes, you listen to your intuition and just say, like, what is it that I really, truly, truly want? And if you follow that path,
Mm-hmm.
magic just happens. And being able to creating this ripple effect of joy, I never thought I was going to do this and having all these Alegria companies together with my husband. But now it all makes sense. And this is what it's all for.
Yeah.
It's with life coaching. And it just feels so amazingly right. And I'm so grateful that my husband as well, because he followed my path of coaching and he helps me also with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so beautiful being able to help women to find this balance because I just know how hard it sometimes can be of chasing your dreams and then having all these responsibilities and enjoying for more or wanting more joy, but then at the same time living in amidst chaos and things like that. So it's like, yeah, having this experience and being able to transform it and help others to find this joy and happiness because it's you can't buy it.
Mm-hmm.
And most of my clients in the beginning, they're like, I've got everything, I've got the best career, the best job, I've got a beautiful partner and kids, but I don't dare to say, but I'm not happy. What must I do? And it's so beautiful that they're so open and transparent.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy, but the, we sometimes don't see it anymore because we're just
Yeah.
like going for perfection. We're
Yeah.
going for the future. We just don't believe and stay still with the present moment anymore because this is what's happening now. And this is what makes you really fulfilled. And the beauty is it's all there. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to
Mm-mm.
buy whatever you think you should to enable to buy your happiness. No, it's there for everybody in these small little things. And this is why, for me, also Provence or nature in general
Mm-hmm.
or swimming These are
Mhm.
small things.
Mhm.
And traveling, everybody can do it. And everybody has their own little joy, so we all are different. And if people understand it, then they are more aware. And
Mhm.
when they are aware, it's like, oh, now I understand it. And so
Yes, yes.
a little bit story of alegría.
No, no, I love it because you say it with a lot of alegría, a lot of joy. I love it. I love it because you live it. And the beauty of all this, and I call I call ourselves true leaders because we are the example we want to see, and we are the example of what we are servicing others, what we empower others, what we show others is through our own experience because we have lived it or we are living it, and that's what we are showing. So we are positively impacting because we are being ourselves, and we show others that they can be themselves and create what they love.
Exactly. This is the authenticity, and you
Mm-hmm.
can't fake it, you can't sell it, you can't.
No.
It is there, and people they just like it resonates or it doesn't resonate, and it's also
Mm-hmm.
fine. Uh, but it's this, like you say, it's this experience, and it's because you live it
Yes.
completely, coming from inside of you,
Yes, from the heart,
from the heart,
in the now.
into now.
Mm-hmm.
Which doesn't mean that things are always easy or have been easy. In all this more than 20 years, it my memories are all like very positive. But yes, there were times where the universe was really challenging us and doubting, like, are you sure? Is this really? And this is what I think is so important is like, if you really feel something,
Mm-hmm.
whatever other people are telling you, like, are you sure? Is this what you need to do? You don't have to ask other people,
No,
ask yourself. And if you start doubting yourself, that's something else. If it doesn't feel good, then you feel it when it doesn't feel good.
no,
But if
more
it
about feeling.
resonates, and you don't have to do everything. We were quite, how can I say, we decided in Belgium, and we really literally, we stopped everything. We sold our house, we came here, basta. The same after 20 years, when we decided to stop the B&B, and it was like a hard decision because it was our first
Mm.
baby. We have two other boys here. They're already young men now, almost 17 and 20 years old. They were born here. But this
Wow.
firstborn was the B&B. And deciding to stop something you really love so much, it's like, yes, no, maybe. But then at a certain time, I said, like, we should just stop.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrated everything. It was the best year ever. It was so great. It feels like there's a new chapter coming.
Yes.
I knew that real estate was not going to be my cup of tea for the next 20 years, but I said, whatever. If I don't pause now, I won't have energy to see whatever will come on my path.
Yes.
And some people, they need a little bit more security and they can't stop so strict, and that's fine. Some people, and you don't always have to start your own business. You can also evolve in a corporate world, say like,
Mm-hmm.
this is what I dream of. But there are little steps that you have to,
Yes.
and you just follow the way that feels right for you.
Mm-hmm.
Is believe in yourself, follow your heart. This is so magical. And
Yes.
everybody I know and help with, it's always right. It doesn't maybe happen tomorrow. It's maybe a plan of 1, 2, 3, 4 years, whatever, but it's fine. Be patient. And I always say you have to have this love and passion. Then you have to be committed, like this is my dream,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
whatever it is. And then you have to be consistent with actions
Yeah,
because
resilient.
I like also to visualize and meditate and have my morning routine, but it's not because you visualize and meditate that things are happening.
No.
So do need to take actions, but of course the actions that are aligned with their personal purpose, not someone else's dream.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if you have this commitment and this consistency, results are always guaranteed.
Yes. Yes. And when you are working, when you are being from the heart, because then you have those intuitions, insights, that then you act upon them. And they are the ones that, since you do it resiliently and you are committed to listening to the heart, those are the ones that guide you. And one day you are there without even knowing how, but you were listening and trusting. Like you were saying before, it's trust. Trust. And when you know, when it's time to move, you know, because you know it from the inside, you know it from the heart. So you do like you had it 20 years ago, and with all your businesses, and especially now when you close the B&B, it's you knew it was time to close that, let it go, and trust something would come. You wouldn't know what, but it would come when it had to come, no? So this is so beautiful. I love it. It's so magical, but it's simple when we listen to our hearts and we are being. And that knowing is so powerful that people tell you, because I just left my full-time job, and because I know I'm to walk my path, no? And I'm in the moment, and I'm already taking actions for several things, but I'm in the moment where I still don't know what's going to be my end purpose. I'm here to serve something bigger than myself. I just don't know what specifically. Where am I forming myself through myself, no? Higher self, where I'm going to go. But I'm trusting and I know that I'm going somewhere. And I don't mind. Now I don't care where it's going, because I know I'm going to go somewhere. And I'm going to be someone I'm meant to be, no? Which I already am today. But it's this trust, it's this knowing. So people tell you, you're courage, you have a lot of courage, you have a lot of. Mm, I don't have fear. I know. So I did it. It hurt, in that you are letting go of a phase, but it's in your mind, no, this hurting, because anyhow you're still interacting with me, in my case, my team and everything. So it's more a mind game, no? But it's a letting go to open the new doors, whatever they are, no? One thing I know is this co-creation, no, the Leadership Circle podcast, but it's this knowing. Once you're there, you're in your heart. I love the unknown. I don't know. I don't need to know, but I will know because I trust. No?
But it's beautiful because it's your journey.
Yes, yes.
You know there will be something, you trust there will be something, you just don't know when and what, but just not being afraid of the unknown. And this is rare because you have to learn, you have to really rewire your mindset for that.
Yes.
Because your brain will normally, if it's the unknown, it's not comfortable. Your brain will immediately say, like, no, this is not uh, efficient for me because this is something unknown. So, but if you rewire your brain to be okay with what is unfamiliar, to be okay what is not in your comfort zone, and trusting that your day will come that you will know, and then you will see back and say, oh, now I understand. This was my journey of what I needed to do. And it's really beautiful because it doesn't need courage. At a certain time you just know there's no courage anymore, but for lots of people it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're crazy, or it's like, wow, I don't dare this. And it's also okay. And other people don't have to do it
Yeah.
like we did it. You
Yeah.
can little step by little step, and combining what you still do to give you a little bit of security, and trying little step by step to the
Yes.
unknown, and to find your journey, and to find what truly, truly matters to you.
Mm. Yes. It's very important what you're saying, that people don't have to cut it off because you and I have done like that. It's myself, I've been working. I had a full-time job, and I've been doing the many things. I started with my projects in 2012. Besides the full-time jobs, not corporate. So, but when you start listening to your heart, you start living in the now, you see how you are evolving. Like in your case, those 4 businesses, those are evolution, no? So, and you know you can be flexible, that today is here, tomorrow is over there, and it's perfectly fine because you're evolving and your projects are evolving as you are evolving. So things are opening up as you open up. So you can do it also, having still being where you are, but slowly open up other doors by allowing yourself, what you were saying before, allowing yourself to take actions towards where what you envision, no? And not the mind playing in, it's just action towards what you envision, so that the heart continues guiding you and it becomes stronger. And one day you see, okay, it's time. But you will see it, no? Everyone has to see it in their own way, in their own time, and by themselves.
And it's exactly what I work when I work on my coaching with clients. I I call it working on work-life balance. But in this work-life balance, there is like a beautiful myth, or people are asking me, like, what should I do? Should I do more? Should I do less? Should I do everything? And I just say, no, you just have to do what truly matters to
Mm.
you.
Mm.
And this is the first step. I've got a program, and number one, it's this clarity. And the clarity is very simple. What is truly important for you in yours, within yourself, in your personal life, in your family life, in your career? What is important? And if you have this clarity, because some people, they just don't ask the question because
Mhm.
you're in this rat race and you have the bills to pay, and you people sometimes don't stand still, and sometimes you have to
Yeah.
and really slow down to speed up afterwards.
Mhm.
And if you take this pause, then you realize, like, oh my gosh, sometimes it can be, oh, I love this, but then there is something that is not really aligned. And just having this clarity and then working on these little things, like, okay, I should maybe give a little bit more attention to this. And while doing so, like, yeah, energy flows where the action goes. And when you give
Mhm.
action, then things are shifting. And
Yes.
thanks to this, already all the stress, and when you were saying, like, I'm not afraid. Some people are afraid and they have this stress and overwhelm. But if you have this clarity,
Yeah.
ah,
There's a
you
trust
can,
there.
the clarity of trust, the clarity of knowing it will be all right, the
Mhm.
clarity of knowing this is what I want to do, whatever the clarity is on
Mhm.
whatever domain, it's like,
Mhm.
it takes away this stress, this overwhelm, and this negative fear or doubt. And this is where magic happens as well. This is where you feel these little moments of joy and these little things. And it's not always so complicated, but it's just
Yes.
standing still.
Yes, you're letting go, no? Because when you're standing still in clarity and just observing, no? Because we learn when we go into the heart, we learn observing ourselves inside, no? Our thoughts and actions, reactions, responses. So when we are here, we're letting go of the mind, or the mind becomes the one that follows the heart and not the other way around. And when you do that, when you leave this on the side and you observe it, that's a heavy weight you're taking off your shoulders.
100%, 100%. And for me, this weight, if you tell it like this is also something I feel I saw a lot with our guests as well here.
Mm-hmm.
It's this weight of perfectionism,
Mm-hmm.
this weight of I need or I want to be perfect in everything. And I think especially women are very good, but unfortunately not so good in trying to chase this perfectionism, which is like It doesn't make any sense, but you want to be perfect. You've got this head of the career woman, of this business leader. You want to be the perfect wife, the perfect mother, and all this perfectionism. This is also this pressure. It gives you so much pressure. And I've been there also. So I do
Yeah.
know, because this is what we are learned. Like you don't do just your best. No, you have to do much more. And it's good to do, of course, and give everything you have in a positive way. But there's a difference. And I personally, I now use a lot for myself. It started with myself and now with my clients, the word remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
Because perfectionism, it gives pressure. It's like, oh my gosh, it needs to be perfect. And I always say to myself as well, if I start with something completely new or a new experience, a new skill, if you start today, you can't compare yourself with somebody who's doing it for 20 years. So,
No,
of course, you won't feel well with that. And if you then use the word perfectionism, then it will never be perfect.
no,
But if you
never.
say, like, remarkable, today, with the knowledge I have, with the skills I have, I am remarkable in what I'm doing here.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that in 5 years, if you continue to do this and learn and grow, in 5 years, you will again be remarkable, but it will be at another level. But this, for me, this remarkable,
Very nice.
it takes away the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
We are all remarkable. And of course, in different stages of our lives, it will be another kind of remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
Just celebrate it and focus on these little small wins and these small learnings, because our brain is sometimes also hardwired to just focus on the things that are not working and on the things that are not good or good enough. And this not good enough thing, it's also something very female
Mm-hmm.
that I recognize a lot with my clients, but they're just working on the learnings and saying like, I'm so happy. I don't talk about failures. I talk about learnings, because
Yes,
thanks to
always.
this, I grow. Thanks to this, I had to ask questions to myself like, is this okay? Is this the path I want to go? Is this what I want? And thanks to these learnings, this is the only way of growing. The wins are fun, they're nice, and do celebrate the wins, but it's the learnings that are
Yeah.
the most important. And this will bring you really every time to another level. Also, there, if you have the awareness of that and you know that, it's like, oh, yes, I can do that. It's a small step again.
Yes. It's beautiful. And what you were saying about remarkable, at the end, it's the perception. Change your perception to understand that now it's remarkable where you are now, and it's you, so you're unique. It's remarkable. And in 5 years' time, it will be remarkable again, because it will be in 5 years' time with what you've learned. But remarkable because it's the perception is on you. The perception is not on the on comparing yourself with anyone, because we are so unique. We cannot compare ourselves with anyone. Our learning is totally different. We walk our own shoes. We have our stories. No one can be compared, and we are unique. We have our gifts, and everything is unique. Our voice tone, everything is unique, so it cannot be compared anytime. And at the same time, we are all the same. Yes. But it's so beautiful, yes, that you are highlighting the remarkable part, because it's based on their person,
And
they
you
being in the moment,
completely.
wherever they are, with whatever they bring.
Yeah, this word is for me so powerful.
It's very nice.
And I really share it with my clients because it's great to be remarkable. And it's just great to stop trying to be perfect
Yes.
and just enjoy the progress and
Yes.
remarkable. And this authentic, like you were telling, this authentic, remarkable person that is beautiful with all the superpowers and with all, yeah, with all the little edges,
Yes, which is
which
what
is
makes it remarkable, because
which makes
it's
it
the person with
completely.
all the edges and what they are. Everyone is remarkable, yes, and it's beautiful to see, to show them, to see that they can be remarkable. Because another issue we have what we have been taught is to really not appreciate who we are or how remarkable we are. And because we are told to look outside, no, compare, and plus always follow someone else, and this person is good, this person I want it to do it like them, so I want to be perfectionist because I'm told it has to be square like this. No, it can be anything. But it's this yes, learning and unlearning to look inside and say, yes, I'm doing it. It's remarkable because it's me and it's okay. I've seen that in my team. When I ask them about other people, they always say beautiful things, okay? And when I have done an exercise asking them how remarkable they are, how great they are to share it, no, they get embarrassed. They don't open, they're not open, they close themselves up because they have been told they cannot show all these good things, they cannot express them because then they're selfish. So many things that people really struggle acknowledging who they are, the beautiful, amazing, remarkable beings that they are.
But I think they should teach it at school.
Yes.
Because this is what I think, unlearn to our children is like, if you, I don't want that all the children just talk about themselves like I'm the best.
No. Yeah.
Because of course, then you go to arrogancy. But having this self-awareness, and I always start my sessions with, what were your wins and your learnings? And like you say in the beginning, people are like, wins, learnings? I don't know this week. And when I ask the same to my kids, sometimes it's like, we are not used because nobody told us.
Mm-hmm.
Start, but in a very positive way, even at school, and start like, okay, this weekend, did you had a great weekend? What were some wins and learnings this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
It can be sportive, it can be artistic, it can be things they just did. Whatever are the wins and learnings, there is always something. But if you are switching your mind towards it, you will see it. And in the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, you will have maybe one win, maybe one learning. And then if you do it like weekly, you're like, wow, so many wins. And there again, it's this energy, this frequency, your mind, everything is changing in a complete different direction. And with that, there is another thing apart from that I think it's so crucial that you should learn as from you're very young, just to be in a positive way, positive about yourself and your
Yes.
self-worth. And then there's another thing that, like you
Mm-hmm.
said, we're not used of telling. We give a lot of other people, all these beautiful wins, but never to ourselves. And then there's another thing that for me is so crucial, and that is self-care. This is so basic, but also there we give to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the day, you're tired because you've been working, you've been doing so many things. So there's not a lot of time for yourself. And if you don't r- really realize that, then there is zero time for yourself.
Yes.
One of the things that I think it's so crucial, also, whatever, if you're a woman, a man, the age, it's prioritizing the self-care. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you pour this energy into you, this is how you can pour the energy back towards others. And we are brainwired to do it differently. We first give everything, and then we're so completely out of energy. And then, yeah, it stops there. So if you just tweak it and start with the self-care for yourself, whatever the small habits can be in a morning routine. I started to meditate, and it can be long, but it can be some days it's not so long, and it's fine. And then do some yoga or just walk a little bit, or just sit and watch the birds, or
Mm-hmm.
have this
Mm-hmm.
little time just for you. This is already self-care, because some people think like, oh my gosh, I don't have the time. I do exercise in the morning. I stand up earlier for it. Because for me, it's important. If for other people, it's not that they want to journal, they want to read something, everything, or be creative and do some art, it's all okay. But just putting this little effort into
Yes.
energy into yourself first.
Yes.
And these
Yeah.
are some things that in society in general, it's like, oh, this is selfish. Why would you think first about yourself? No, it's crucial. It's
Yes.
crucial.
Yes, because we're thinking when we do those things, we're thinking we're being with ourselves. So it's really we're looking inward. And when they tell us don't be selfish, is when you are in your mind thinking of all the good things you are, or that with your mind. But when you are in your heart and you take self-care of yourself, you are going to take care of everyone else the same way, because you know the importance of taking care, no? And it's what you were saying, it's when I take time to receive from me, I will be able to give to others the same way, with the same love, value, and respect. But it starts from there.
Yeah.
No? Yeah, and another thing that came to me, that it's when you share the wins and the learnings, there's gratefulness behind it. You learn to be grateful. No, when you learn to be grateful, you're opening the heart also. So you are learning, you're winning, you're saying, wow, how much I've learned, how much, oh, thank you so much for everything I've grown this week, today, and so all of this opens the heart to the giving and the receiving.
It's all simple, isn't
It's,
it?
it's
It
beautiful, it's
looks
magical, and it's simple. Yeah.
simple, it's beautiful, and it's
Yeah.
loving. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it are just some little secrets in life. And once you get them, it's like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
let's change things little step
Yes.
by little step. And it makes such a huge difference.
Yes, we just have to click our mind. And like you were saying before, being committed to change the mind, the perception, and everything, and learn to be in the heart. So to be joyful, to be full of alegría.
Full of alegria, completely.
Yes. So, Cindy, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me here in this joyful conversation. It's beautiful, and really, really loved meeting you. I will meet you in person one day for sure. And I appreciate you, and thank you so much for everything you do, for who you are, for what you create, and what you do to empower other ones.
And
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you for organizing this and co-create
Mm-hmm.
with me, but with so many others. I love your podcast, and
Thank you.
it's always different. And this is so,
Mm-hmm.
because as you said, nothing is prepared. It just is a conversation that happens spontaneously. And I love really the way how you do it. So thank you.
Thank you. It's a lot. Thank you so much.